Hello and welcome. Here I review movies, and today's film is Twisters. It's a dramatic thriller about a retired storm chaser named Kate. 5 years after losing 3 of her friends to a tornado, Kate finds herself drawn back in by a new opportunity. Joseph Kosinski wrote the story and Mark L. Smith wrote the screenplay. Lee Isaac Chung directed the film, which stars Daisy Edgar Jones, Glenn Powell, and Anthony Ramos. To begin, I want to say this is technically a sequel, but it has nothing to do with the original film's story. If you haven't seen the first film, you're A-okay to watch this one. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's start with the positives. The story is both consistent and exciting. It takes us on a simple character journey with Kate trying to redeem herself after her failures. And along the way we get to learn a little bit about the storm chasers, tornadoes, and the devastation caused by them. The story sets an exciting pace and fills it with scenes of tornadoes wreaking havoc and of humans trying to escape and survive. We also see the storm chasers try and map out the storms and later try to control them. They also have a side romance story between Kate and Tyler that is entertaining. The two of them bicker and fight, and it leads to an opposites attract relationship. The general cast plays simple roles. You have the cowboy storm chasers who are uneducated, fun-loving hippies of a sort, and then you have the nerdy corporate chasers from Storm Par. There's also a bunch of scenes of ordinary citizens running in fear from the storms. There's lots of great little performances from the general cast and some great fear reactions. For standout performances, you have Daisy Edgar Jones as Kate and Glenn Powell as Tyler. Edgar Jones plays a young woman traumatized by the death of her friends. Despite being naturally gifted, her fear holds her back and it takes a helping hand to get her back into the fight. Edgar Jones gets to do a tragic emotional outburst where she explains her trauma, a lot of awesome fear reactions, and a few heroic moments. She does them well and plays the character with a lot of class. Glenn Powell's Tyler is a cowboy meteorologist and the leader of the cowboy chasers. He's fun, charismatic, but has a softer, more intelligent side underneath. He does a great job of playing opposite Edgar Jones and shows off some incredible chemistry with her. He also does great during the storms with his fear reactions and his big emotional outburst at the end. Watching him finally break down and need someone else to lead was a touching moment. The visual journey takes place in rural America with a few different small towns, a rodeo, and a lot of wheat fields. Kate and the other storm chasers traipse across Oklahoma looking for tornadoes and find one everywhere they go. The journey is clear, a bit simple, but well designed. For standout moments, they had the CGI tornado scenes and the moments after where they start picking through the wreckage and trying to help people. The tornado scenes are terrifying moments where the storms pick up everything in sight and hurl them through the air. The humans run for their lives and try to survive these seemingly supernatural events, and then afterward we see just how much damage the storm caused. In some cases, sweeping over entire towns that have been leveled. The soundtrack is made from a mixture of country songs and scored instrumentals. The country songs are used to flavor the film, and to add a bit of happiness and sadness during the conversational moments. They work extremely well, give the film a bit of a rebel feeling, and are highly entertaining. The scored instrumentals are a bit more generic, but appear during the action sequences. They add a little bit of hype and energy to the scene, and fit neatly underneath the whipping winds of the tornadoes. Typically I'd address a film's negative qualities now, but this film doesn't really have any. Its only real problem is that it's not trying anything new. The story is very similar in nature to the first film, just with new characters, but they do it so well that I honestly didn't care. It was highly entertaining, the writing was really tight, and the visuals looked great. They even nailed the soundtrack. What more could you ask for? As for a rating, I'd give this film a 9 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye-bye!